to school on Tuesday, the 4th of October 2022. Today, today, today was only as bad as it was because of how bad every other day has been. So, sorry, I just need to. Okay. I didn't finish my 500 word thing for Moving Image. I added some more, so it's now up to, I think, 410, something like that. And the teacher isn't in on Thursday, so I think I'm just gonna upload it. I did start to write the script, because if it didn't, I'd just be staring at the computer for however long. Man, I wanted to actually get something done, so I tried to. But I've just been in a bad mood all day, I guess. Sorry, I'm trying to think, like, right, so, at lunch, sorry about that, my brother again, but at lunch, I don't remember what caused me to say it, but made a joke where it was like, yeah, I let Jesus take the wheel and I don't crash. Joking in air quotes. And I kind of saw it, but my Christian friend pointed out and said that a guy was offended by me saying that. And the Christian guy, like, we had left so we can talk about Christianity, and he basically called me a bad Christian. He told me what a real Christian is like, but I'm just gonna say this. Honestly, the both of us should have kept our mouths shut. I shouldn't have made that joke, and he shouldn't have said all that to me. It's put a strain on our friendship, and he's the kind of guy that you can't really get a strain on a friendship with. He's just that good a guy. But anyway. Sorry, while I'm talking, I'm also clearing out my Netflix list because. But then I finish this. Crap. Sorry, there's something here that I've finished the first episode of, and I hit dislike on, but I don't remember doing a review for it. I'm not gonna do a review, just in case it would be me doing a review. But screw it, I'm not gonna do a review. Called Legend of Exorcism. I don't remember much from it other than it being a Chinese 3D anime. That's all I remember. I think I might actually fall asleep watching it. But I'm not gonna go back and finish it. Back on track. I went to the media teacher to get today's work, and he asked for the coursework that was due today, that he gave us yesterday. I gave it to him, and he looked at it for a second and was like, well, you haven't completed this, because there's this bit with 4 bullet points, like this box, and you're supposed to fill out all of them. Like, what themes will be explored in your movie? I wrote mental illness, and that's it, because that's the only theme being explored in the movie. I think my brother's trying to exercise in the room again, and the noise is terrible. Anyway. Jesus. It doesn't even sound like he's trying to exercise. It actually sounds like he's just stabbing himself. Anyway. So I've got that due tomorrow. Today's work for media due tomorrow. Some other stuff due yesterday. Because he posted this thing yesterday, and the due date on it just says Monday, as in yesterday. It doesn't actually give a date, or sorry, a time. So I'm going to assume it goes out at 1 to midnight. Meaning that we had, 15 hours to complete it? Actually, not even 15. We went out at 2:45, which basically is free, so that's, hell, wouldn't even be 15 hours if we're at 1. I'm an idiot. But free, that would be 8 hours, I think. I'm just going to assume it's 8 hours. So we've 8 hours to complete all the homework, whatever the hell it is, because the classroom assignment, it's not even comprehensible. But you have 8 hours to do it. And even then, if you had a single right after media, you would have 7 hours to do it, assuming that you get home by 4, as I do. You also have to factor in getting your dinner, brushing your teeth, going to bed, and you should have free time. But the amount of homework that we're getting, we don't. Because on top of that, we also have those homeworks due for English on Friday, and I have the 500 word thing for moving image due Thursday. Like, it is impossible for me to not make something late. I think that's it. That has just been terrible. This is Twitter as of 23 to 7 p.m. North Korea flies missile over Japan because great. Another war. Another current thing to support. That's just great. That's what we needed right now. It's not as if we're going through multiple current things and all the stuff that's happening in school. And I get that it seems irrelevant to the entire world, but it's relevant to me, god damn it. Oh, and Putin orders nuclear military training to Ukraine. That's great. He's now threatening to use nukes. So, in fact, no point me doing homework. The world is over. That's it. We're in the apocalypse now. Who's been fired now? Why? Right, it's not cancel culture to advocate for the firing of someone who refuses to treat people based off political opinions. Who is Satan now? Is it Trump? Is it Putin? Is it Kim Jong-un? Right, haha, you're so funny. Ha, Satan would be a Republican because Republicans evil. Ah, there you go, Putin. Oh, is that today? No, that's 2 days, right? Oh, it says that it happens on Thursday, right? Oh no! Oh no! A black man's wearing a shirt that says "White Lives Matter." That's so racist. This here is someone's name, or we're talking about seeing Ellen DeGeneres. This year we're going to be talking about season 3, or the new spin off, which airs on Christmas Day, I think. Oh. So there's something I'm going to put all my focus onto, because if I don't finish this by the 12th, I won't get the chance to do it again. I'm really not looking forward to this because it's going to take a long time, and I only have a week if I'm rounding. Oh, that's just great. October's games, PS Plus, Super Hot, a game I already own, Injustice 2, a game I already own, and Hot Wheels Unleashed, a game I'm not interested in because I don't like driving games. I'm not looking forward to it because it's long. It's only a decent thing, not really a fan of it. Yeah. Anyway, here's my art, I'm sharing it here. For billions of years, rainwater was drinkable. Capitalism has ended this. Industry. Industry is what you're complaining about. What exactly do you think prompted industrialization, self-reporting that socialism would mean we would have no technology? Communism is when no industry. Why do they think that saying socialism would still have us rubbing sticks together to make fire some kind of win? Also, how can you own the means of production when there is no means of production? Cool, what other alternatives to capitalism did the guy mean now? Good mean, but still, what else could he have meant? I'm really interested about those alternative systems. He didn't offer alt systems, though I have never seen modern proponents of, let's say, corporatism criticize capitalism. Capitalism, regulations. You're gonna have to pick one, my guy. Bro, damn, I didn't think this was that bad.
What's that? That's okay, so did your parents. That's okay, so did your parents. At least I can fucking see. No glasses, nothing. You know what I mean? Just fucking walking down the street like a normal person. In case you don't get it, she's blind. Amazing. What's that? That's okay, so.
Later this month, the roast of me, well, him, will be going up on the main channel. Okay, I actually completely forgot about the roast because I was really excited to watch it, but then he didn't upload it because money. I'm not calling greedy or anything. But yeah. But anyway, here is Leo Kearse that is being heckled by a blind woman. Kanye West wearing a Let Lives Matter hoodie. Sorry, Paul. Retweeting Rap TV. Rap TV is like those memes. I mean, they don't create the memes, people make memes of them where it's like, breaking news. Insert rapper here. Was was caught sleeping with Quandale Dingle. Like I see that all over my Instagram feed. People planning to get married at a country mansion hotel in the UK were told the weddings have been cancelled after the government demanded the hotel be used to house illegal immigrants instead. Countdown to mass extinction. 2. But religion gives your children anxiety.
The destruction of the Nord Stream pipeline, which I would bet was a U.S. action, perhaps U.S. and Poland. This is
Jeff, we got to stop there. That's quite a statement as well. Why do you feel that was a U.S. action? What evidence do you have of that?
Well, first of all, there's direct radar evidence that U.S. Helicopters, military helicopters that are normally based in Gdansk, were circling over this area. We also had the threats from the United States earlier in this year that one way or another, we are going to end Nord Stream. We also have a remarkable statement by Secretary Blinken last Friday in a press conference that he says, this is also a tremendous opportunity. It's a strange way to talk if you're worried about the piracy on international infrastructure of vital significance. So I know this runs counter to our narrative. You're not allowed to say these things in the West. But the fact of the matter is, all over the world, when I talk to people, they think the U.S. did it. And just to tell you, and by the way, even reporters on our papers that are involved tell me privately, of course, but it doesn't show up in our media.
Professor, I want to get into tit for tat about what did or did not.
Professor Jeffrey Sachs causing nervous interjection by Bloomberg stenographers for daring to suggest what everyone believes to be true, that the US government was behind the Nord Stream sabotage. The fact that Elon could be attacked as pro-Russian merely for suggesting a possible peace deal, even though he gave Starlink to the Ukrainian war effort, shows how warped and intolerant the public conversation has become. This tolerant lefty nurse thinks that just shy of 14 million people do not deserve to be resuscitated because they voted Tory. The tolerance and kindness of some of these political NHS workers astounds me. Hospital. We give kids puberty blockers and perform double mastectomies on minors. Tories. This hospital gives kids puberty blockers and performs double mastectomies on minors. The left. Prosecute and deplatform these Tories for publicising the hospital's services. For all the moral grandstanding of those who denounced Russia for launching this barbaric war of aggression, those same people really don't seem to want the war to end, do they? The four stages of radical gender surgery for minors. 1. It's not happening. 2. It's good that it's happening. 3. It's empowering when we say it's happening, but disinformation is when you say it's happening. 4. The FBI should put you in prison for quoting us saying it's happening. Wait, that's happened to me. Not on the level of the FBI putting me in prison, but, I got shut down for medical misinformation for quoting someone else who the science trusts. Anyway, she admitted that this was a UN person saying that, just admitting that they work with Google. So if you search up the name of an article, of a right-wing article, say, let's say there's an article with the title, Climate Change Isn't Real, but Doctor Who is. I'm just saying Doctor Who because it's the last show I was watching. Like, that's the name of an article on a right-wing news website. So, the way that Google should work is that if you search up climate change isn't real, but Doctor Who is, I hope I don't get shut down for misinformation. But if you search that up, word for word, the title of the article, it will not appear. Instead, you'll get sent articles by left-wing publications that sometimes have nothing to do with climate change or Doctor Who. I'm not going to play the 3 minute 55 second video. My limit is like 2 minutes. I mean, even if it was 2 minutes 59 seconds, I'll play it, but if it's 3 minutes, I won't. Ukraine-Russia peace, redo elections of annexed regions under UN supervision. Elon, you know how useless the UN is. You've witnessed it firsthand. Russia leaves if that is the will of the people. Crimea, formerly part of Russia as it has been since 1783, until Khrushchev's mistake. Water supply to Crimea assured. Ukraine remains neutral. 59% say no. Go away is my very diplomatic reply to you, Elon. So you don't want peace. They'd rather have global nuclear annihilation than peace. Annihilation. Which Elon Musk do you like more? One who supports Ukraine, one who supports Russia. Dude, he doesn't support Russia at all. What are you talking about? This guy does photo shoots for Vogue and sits on a never-ending mountain of cash from West while sending his citizens to die and then get angry when Elon suggests maybe ending the war before more of his people needlessly die is a thing worth pursuing. Oh, for God's sake. Last night I snuck in and sat in the back of a sold-out theatre playing Bros in LA. The audience howled with laughter start to finish, burst into applause at the end, and some were wiping away tears as they walked out. It was truly magical. Really, I'm very proud of this movie. Rolling Stone already has Bros on the list of its best comedies of the 21st century. What's also true is that at one point a theatre chain called Universal and... Oh, sorry. I thought I meant there was a theatre chain called Universal, but no, a theatre chain rung up Universal Studios and said they were pulling the trailer because of the gay content. Universal can not do America, hell yeah, etc., etc. I don't think that's true. But I mean, why would the theater chain call up Universal and say we're not playing your movie? Like, it's okay. The owners don't want to play it because gay. Why are they calling up Universal? Like, only thing I think of is, we don't want your movie, so come take the reels back. That's just the world we live in, unfortunately. Even with glowing reviews, great Rotten Tomatoes scores. A great Rotten Tomatoes score does not mean it's a good movie. When it's something political, it does not mean it's a good movie. It just means that it's something that the critics agree with. Like, I agree with... I'm trying to think of something I don't like that I agree with. You know, I have said that things are based in the past that I didn't like. Anyway. An A, cinema score, etc. Straight people, especially in certain parts of the country, just didn't show for Bros, and that's disappointing, but it is what it is. Right, I didn't show up the Bros because I never even heard of this movie. But you didn't hear this movie because it got no social media coverage. Correct. We're busy talking about Marvel. Everyone who isn't a homophobic weirdo should go see Bros tonight. No. No thanks. I'm going to look up the plot. But I guarantee you it's going to be not interesting to me. You will have a blast, and it is special and uniquely powerful to see this particular story on a big screen, especially for queer folks who don't get this opportunity often. I love this movie so much. Go Bros! I feel I'm going to get shut down for saying queer folks. Because, I mean, before people started identifying as queer used to be an insult. You know, it used to be, if you called someone queer, they would be offended, but now it's something they identify as. It's like a black person identifying as the N-word. So Rose is, yeah, there you go. 90% Rotten Tomatoes, 77% Metacritic, and actually 90% is quite low for Rotten Tomatoes for a film that is what it is. Yeah, but 5.6 out of 10 on IMDb is a more accurate one. Bobby is a neurotic podcast host who's happy to go on Tinder dates and... Right, see, when I hear about people just podcasts within like films or shows, I just think that the writers are, oh, these podcast things seem to be blowing up, so I'm going to write about it without understanding anything about podcasting. Anyway, podcast host is happy to go on Tinder dates and content not to have a serious relationship. That all changes when he meets Aaron, an equally detached lawyer who likes to play the field. Been a while, you know why. A couple things I forgot to mention in the school video. One, the guy who was telling me about Christianity and all that, I think I already said this, but he basically called me not a real Christian. But the thing is, I'm going to assume he's Catholic. I'm not Catholic, not Protestant either, I'm just Christian. I'm doing Christianity my own way. He's like, oh, if you're swearing all the time, you're not a real Christian. You're not being an example of what Christ would want you to do. I worded that terribly, but you get the point. But I mean, yeah, I swear an extreme amount, but if I'm doing a lot more good than I am bad, that makes me a good person. That makes me a good Christian. I'm trying to open a water bottle there. 2. There's a bit of an update with Incident Free. Because it turns out that before... Okay, well, not before, but after she locked my iPad, the study teacher emailed the mentor and saying, I'm worried for Dylan because he was looking up that he was going to get sued. Okay. Will he be forced out? Will he be kicked out of school if he's being sued? Is it even possible for him to be sued, etc.? It's like, if you're so worried about me, why did you lock my iPad, which caused me even more stress? That was the wrong thing to do. If you're worried for me, you should just ask. You should ask a more important questions like, I have no, I can't get a beat on this guy. Is he a good person? Is he a bad person? Is he a nerd or is he a jock? Does he like me? Does he hate me? I don't know. I know. She doesn't. I'm a nerd. I am... This is going to be heavily debated, but I am... Well, when it comes to strength, when it comes to the school, I am a good person. People will be like, you are definitely not a good person. You're horrible. Nope. Just because I'm a bit of a prick to you doesn't mean that that makes me a bad person. For the most part, if I'm being a prick to you, it's because you're a prick. Or for other people, it's because they were a prick to me first. But anyway. The third thing is that another legend has left the school. One of the people in our English class. Why is it always the good ones that leave? I never actually finished this. It all changes when he meets an equally detached lawyer who likes to play the field. Repeatedly drawn to each other, both men begin to show their vulnerable sides as their undeniable attraction turns into something resembling a commitment. Yeah, I'm not a fan of rom-coms, whether they're straight, gay, or anything else. Like, I don't hate them, but they're just not my thing. If you don't pay to see this gay rom-com, you're a homophobic weirdo. Insult your potential audience. Great marketing. Imagine my shock. It's a box office failure. I mean, honestly, most of the reason why it's a box office failure is because it's not a superhero movie. WEF10 Illustrator says British economy needs a reset as market conditions worsen. Great. More people, wanting a great reset. And as our Prime Minister, fantastic. Not even Boris was that low. The call for more mass migration, Truss is now saying the British economy needs a reset. Well done, Tories. You elected another fake conservative globalist who genuflects before the regime. Not playing a 3-minute video. Drax is chopping down trees and taking logs from some of the world's most precious forests to burn out its Yorkshire Power Station, which provides 12% of the UK's renewable energy. BBC getting something right for once. Drax is a monstrosity. Despite continued questions over his mental degradation, Joe Biden has reportedly told Al Sharpton that he plans to run again for president in 2024. Yeah, of course he is. Not a surprise. Poor Zelensky thought that he could fast track to join the NATO club just like that, which would force the US to commit boots on the ground and fight its own war against Russia. Doesn't he see by now that the US only wants Ukraine as a proxy, nothing more? Here we go again. During an appearance in Puerto Rico Monday, Joe Biden suddenly started acting as if he lost something before asking for help to deliver pre-prepared remarks, and then devolving into speaking gibberish. Health authorities in Scotland are set to launch an investigation after an unusual spike in deaths of newborn babies was recorded on 2 separate occasions. It wouldn't be such a massive spike if we factored in abortions.